Storms this morning. Pockets of heavy rain right now and a decent amount of lightning now shifting mostly east of Highway 65 here in Missouri and moving into parts of northwestern Arkansas. This morning we've seen some storms producing a decent amount of hail back over towards Willard, northeast Springfield, Strafford, and back over into parts of Webster and Wright County as well. Currently nothing severe though, but there is a severe risk today. Level 1 marginal risk in green, level 2 slight risk in yellow south of I-44. With some more storms heading into the evening hours that could also be severe, including a wind, hail, and maybe even a very low tornado threat that we'll be tracking today. But once again, hail will be our primary threat like we've seen in several storms this morning, but also winds up to 60 miles an hour. And it's not zero, but there is a low tornado threat we'll be watching out for heading into the evening hours. And here's a look at the timing. Let's take you into 2 o'clock. Still looking at some scattered storms, mostly east of Highway 65 at this time, and then shifting south of I-44 heading into the evening. I'd say maybe some of the strongest storms potentially here in south central Missouri and then into parts of northern Arkansas as well. And then we'll continue to see some storms overnight tonight that could pack a punch. Temperatures right now variable. 47 now here in Springfield thanks to the rain, 57 in Branson, and 70s in Harrison and Mountain Home, 44 only in Warsaw. Now temperatures heading into the afternoon will try and rebound a bit, especially as the rain clears on out. We'll see 50s mostly north of the interstate, maybe some low 60s here around parts of Greene, Webster, Wright County, and then potentially into the 70s, mid 70s in northern Arkansas as the rain passes on by. And then into the evening, 50s and 60s. Now, over the next couple of days, we are tracking a few more chances for severe storms. Another chance on Friday with a first alert weather day, level 3 enhanced risk, and then actually another threat by next Tuesday that we'll talk about coming up. Evening with a severe risk, and then another severe risk and first alert weather day for Friday evening, overnight into early Saturday morning, but temperatures staying very warm. I'll break down your 7-day forecast day by day coming up next. Across the Ozarks, currently nothing severe, but we have a few thunderstorms producing some very heavy rain and a decent amount of lightning. Most of the rain shifting east of Highway 65 right now here in Missouri, and a few thunderstorms extending into northwestern Arkansas. We have the heaviest of the rain and thunderstorms back over towards Salem and Dent County right now, northern Texas County, heading into southern Phelps County. We're looking at a lot of lightning riding along 63 there as well. And then another thunderstorm back around Branson, producing some very heavy rain and some pretty low visibility kind of along 65. But currently, like I mentioned, nothing severe. I think the severe threat goes up again heading into the evening hours, and we'll actually even add a very low tornado risk to that mix as well as we head into the evening. But by 2 o'clock, rain mostly along and south of I-44, extending here into south central Missouri, northern Arkansas, and then a few more storms this evening developing south of the interstate mostly. These could become severe, and then we'll be watching some more scattered rain and storms overnight tonight across the area. I think these could still pack a punch around 9 to midnight tonight, and then still once again mostly south of the interstate overnight into early tomorrow morning. You'll wake up not really looking at a severe risk for your morning commute tomorrow, but maybe a few thunderstorms lingering in our southeasternmost cities, and then a little bit drier by 9 a.m. for many. I think we could see maybe a few isolated showers in northern Arkansas tomorrow afternoon, but most here in Missouri should stay dry, maybe even a few peaks of sunshine. And we'll see clearer conditions Thursday evening before another wave of storms arrives on Friday. So temperatures today will be variable thanks to the rain and thunderstorms. We are looking at some 50s to the north, 70s further off to the south, and then heading into the evening, 50s and 60s, still very humid. And then overnight lows tonight well above average, waking up in the 50s to low 60s by around 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Maybe some upper 40s back up towards Benton County as well. And over the next few days, temperatures all week really staying above average. Most days in the 60s to even mid 70s. A very warm, hot, humid day on Friday before a next wave of storms arrives. And then a little bit cooler behind a cold front on Saturday. And then we'll jump back into the 70s by Monday. So a couple more storm chances. Friday is also a first alert weather day for Friday evening storms that will extend into the overnight hours and maybe into early Saturday morning as well. I think by Friday afternoon, we could see maybe a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. By the evening, though, that severe risk goes up west of Highway 65, close to I-49, maybe by around 6 o'clock, and then extending across the area late overnight into Saturday early morning. These could become severe. By 6 a.m., still some rain and storms. By lunchtime on Saturday, though, I think the rain and storms are on out of here. And it will just be a little bit cooler on Saturday compared to most of the week ahead. Friday's severe risk, we do have a level 3 enhanced risk for severe storms kind of in our western, northwestern most cities, back closer to I-49. Level 2 slight risk highlighted here in yellow, and then the further off to the east you go, the lower the risk, but still I do think we could see a few storms at least early Saturday morning that could pack a punch. Rain total wise, a significant amount for us. It's going to be very beneficial, but I do think we could see some localized flooding in spots through the week ahead. Many picking up still on average 1 to 3 inches of rain. However, locally higher totals greater than 4 inches of rain will still be possible. And then on top of this, another severe risk we'll be watching in the extended run. That's going to be next Tuesday. A low risk for severe storms right now already issued for all of us here in the Ozarks. So we'll have to watch Tuesday closely. Could potentially become south of I-44 for storms arriving mostly in the evening hours. Hail, damaging winds, and a very low tornado threat will be tracking. So be sure to download the KY3 weather app for all of the latest forecast updates and of course any watches or warnings that are issued for your severe. And I think these really kind of stay sub-severe heading into the lunch hour, but still a decent amount of lightning, especially back over into parts of northern Dent County, northern Texas County, and into parts of northwestern Arkansas, into Madison and Carroll County right now. But we'll continue to watch storms heading into the evening, and I think this severe risk going up late this afternoon and into the evening and even overnight hours. Level 2 slight risk for severe storms today south of I-44. Over the next few hours, storms shifting still mostly south of I-44. More storms this evening. These could be severe by 6 o'clock. Situated mostly south of I-44, but still a few more isolated storms north of the interstate possible by 1 o'clock in the morning. Some storms in south central Missouri, northern Arkansas. So be sure to download the KY3 weather app. Temperatures right now ranging from the 40s north to 70s further off to the south, all thanks to the rain cooling some of us off. But we'll try to warm up heading into the afternoon. 50s to 70s still by around 3 o'clock today. Everyone still above average for this time of year. And we have another first alert weather day on Friday that I'll talk about coming up soon.
We'll see you then, Danielle.
And thunderstorms with the main line of storms mostly south of I-44. We'll continue to see maybe a few isolated showers and thunderstorms still north of the interstate. But right now, the heaviest of the rain, thunderstorms in parts of Dent County, back around Salem, northeast of Salem, and then back down into parts of Ozark County, back over towards Gainesville right now. And then in northwestern Arkansas, looking at some showers and thunderstorms in parts of Carroll County, Madison, Benton, Washington County there too. Nothing severe. I'd say the severe threat goes up again heading into the late afternoon and mostly evening hours. Still situated mostly south of I-44. Still a few thunderstorms maybe creeping north of the interstate, but the greatest severe risk is going to stay south, and we'll see storms overnight tonight that could also be severe. By around 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, I don't think we're looking at severe storms, but maybe a few showers, rumble of thunder before we begin to dry on out by the mid-morning. And then we'll see maybe an isolated shower tomorrow afternoon in northern Arkansas, but we should stay pretty dry here in Missouri with clouds thinning out just a bit ahead of our next system pushing in on Friday. Now temperatures today will be variable, all thanks to the rain and a cold front. We'll see temperatures ranging from the 50s to the north to even some 70s further off to the south in northern Arkansas today. Regardless, everyone a little bit above average, at least for this time of year. Overnight lows tonight staying very warm though, upper 40s up towards Warsaw, 60s further off to the south, and highs and lows staying above average. We'll be in the 60s and 70s for much of the week, back in the mid-70s on Friday. Cold front passes by into Saturday. Will cool us off a bit. 59 is still above average for this time of year. And daily rain chances today, tomorrow, Friday and on Saturday, but coming obviously at different times, and it's not going to rain all day, every single day. A little bit drier Sunday and Monday before another system on Tuesday that we'll talk briefly about. But Friday is another first alert weather day. In the morning and early afternoon, I think we could see a few isolated showers and thunderstorms, but a severe risk going up heading into Friday evening. This is 6 p.m. west of Highway 65. And then we'll see a few more storms rolling in overnight into Saturday morning. Some of these could be severe and then clearing on out by lunchtime on Saturday. Friday's severe risk is a level 3 enhanced risk riding along I-49. Level 2 slight risk there in yellow, and then a level 1 marginal risk in green for some of our southeastern counties. The good news about all of this rain is we need it. We may see a little too much in some spots on average. Still on track this week for 1 to 3 inches of rain. However, locally higher totals, maybe even greater than 4 inches of rain, will be possible in some spots. So we'll have to watch the potential for some localized flooding closely through the week ahead. Now, by next Tuesday, we already have a severe risk issued. It's a low risk right now. That includes everyone here in the Ozarks. We'll be watching this closely. This could become a potential first alert weather day for next Tuesday as well. For the storms here in the Ozarks, but first, back in the Pacific Northwest, some rain and snow today, all thanks to an area of low pressure right off the coast right there. For us, though, of course, some storms packing a punch early this morning with another severe risk heading into the late afternoon and evening hours. Right now, some very heavy rain east of Highway 65, heading back over towards around St. Louis, and a few more showers and storms in northwestern Arkansas. Today's severe risk, level 2 slight risk extending back from parts of Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, down in through Texas to include Dallas today. Tomorrow's severe risk now just west of us, back over in the plains, level 2 slight risk in Kansas, Oklahoma, and back down into Texas. And then the highest risk looks to be Friday for now, level 3 enhanced risk back here from parts of western Missouri all the way down into parts of central and eastern Oklahoma, and we'll continue to watch that threat closely as storms approach us Friday evening and overnight. 63 for a high here in Springfield today, 70s and 80s off to our south. Temperatures not too bad in parts of the plains, some 50s to 70s, a variety of temperatures, and 82 in Miami, 85 in Phoenix today. No 80s in our forecast, but temperatures through the week staying above average for this time of year. That packed a punch, bringing some large hail to a few areas back here in Greene County, parts of northeast Springfield, Stratford, over towards Willard as well, and then into Webster and Wright County, and also some reports of maybe some hail back around Salem as well. Now, today's severe risk hail will probably be what we see the most of within these severe thunderstorms today. Also, the potential for some strong winds, maybe up to 60 miles an hour, and there is a low tornado risk. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has increased that tornado risk just a bit. Up from this morning, it was at 2%, but now they're highlighting back down here into south central Missouri and north central Arkansas for the potential for maybe an isolated to a few at most tornadoes possible. That would include parts of Ozark, Howell County, Oregon County, and back down into northern Arkansas as well. That's still going to be a lower risk for us today, but it's time to prepare and be ready for this evening and early overnight. Be sure to download the KY3 weather app. Any watches or warnings for your location will be sent directly to your phone. Just make sure you have those notifications turned on. And right now, nothing severe, but we are looking at some thunderstorms and some very heavy rain back into northwestern Arkansas, around Eureka Springs, heading back down into parts of, let's say, Branson and into northern Madison County, and then a larger swath of moderate to heavy rain now into some of our eastern counties, heading into Howell County, some heavy rain, and still back over in Denton County. You've seen a lot of rain this morning around Salem, into Houston, and we'll continue to see some showers and storms this afternoon, but that severe risk likely going up heading into the evening and, like I mentioned, early overnight tonight. South of I-44. Severe thunderstorms now moved out of Fulton County, out of our area, but we'll be watching storms closely over the next couple of hours. A strong thunderstorm moving through parts of eastern Douglas County, heading into southern Texas County right now, producing a lot of lightning, but that's the heaviest thunderstorm that we have. There is a severe storm watch that's now been expanded to include northwestern Arkansas going through 11 p.m. today. We'll continue to watch storms develop this evening with a level 2 slight risk for severe storms for areas kind of lining up along and south of I-44. Large hail is going to be our primary threat, but damaging wind gusts, and there is a very low tornado risk as well. So over the next couple of hours, here's how Futurecast plays out. Still a few isolated storms over the next hour, growing in coverage though after dark. Some pockets of very heavy rain still possible. Some of these could be severe, and then by early tomorrow morning we'll wake up pretty quiet, a few morning showers but nothing severe, and then we'll be a little bit drier tomorrow afternoon. Today temperatures have been variable, upper 40s from Warsaw, mid 60s right now in northern Arkansas, and we have another first alert weather day on Friday. All timeout both systems today and for Friday's system coming up soon. Another day today for showers and storms that could become severe. We've already had a couple severe thunderstorms early this morning, and then again heading into the late afternoon, and still a possibility this evening. Right now, nothing severe in our area, but we do have some thunderstorms moving into Texas County, moving out of Douglas County and over into northern Howell County as well, producing some heavy rain and a decent amount of lightning, some light showers back in Christian County into parts of Taney and Stone County right now. And over the next few hours, as the sun continues to go down, coverage will begin to increase and we'll see maybe a few more thunderstorms. This is 9 o'clock today, still looking at a severe risk, and overnight by midnight, a few more showers and thunderstorms, a couple north of I-44. I think the strongest though south of the interstate in south central Missouri and northern Arkansas. And overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning by 5 a.m. still a few showers south of I-44, not severe, and then by the mid-morning we should dry on out and clouds will maybe begin to thin out a bit tomorrow afternoon. Still though, a few isolated showers tomorrow afternoon and evening, mostly in far southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. Then by around 10 p.m. still looking pretty quiet before our next wave of storms arrives on Friday for our next first alert weather day. Temperatures heading into the night tonight dropping back into the upper 40s to even some low 60s. Everyone well above average waking up tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow afternoon climbing into the 60s for most, maybe a few low 70s in some spots, and then back into the 70s again for your Friday before another front passes on by, and we'll drop our temperatures back into the 50s for many Saturday, and then climbing again quickly into the start of next week. So first alert weather day Friday, it's going to be for storms in the evening and overnight hours. Still maybe a few thunderstorms Friday morning and into the afternoon, pretty isolated. In the evening hours, storms lining up mostly west of Highway 65 beginning around maybe 5-6 p.m. Timing will change, but we'll be watching these closely for you. And then overnight becoming a little bit more organized in kind of a linear fashion as the front continues to pass on by. These could be severe overnight, and then a few more showers and storms Saturday morning before we dry on out, I'd say by lunchtime on Saturday. We have a level 3 enhanced risk for severe storms for areas kind of lining up close to I-49 on Friday. Level 2 slight risk highlighted there in yellow. In the further east you go into parts of southeastern Missouri, south central Missouri, north central Arkansas. Level 1 marginal risk. All severe threats look possible for that first alert weather day on Friday. Large hail, damaging winds, a tornado risk, and also the potential for flooding. Over the next 7 days, we'll see a decent amount of rain across the region. In the Ozarks, I estimate maybe around 1 to 3 inches of rain on average. But some spots have already seen more than 2 inches today, like back over into parts of Dent County. So locally higher totals, maybe even greater than 4 inches of rain could be possible for some of you over the next 7 days. And then taking an extended outlook into next Tuesday, where we are already watching a system that has a severe risk right now highlighted as a low risk for everyone here in the Ozarks. So this could potentially become another first alert weather day for Tuesday. We'll have to watch those trends closely. Through the week ahead, highs and lows staying above average though. Every day, most days in the 60s to low 70s, and overnight lows staying warm in the 40s and 50s most mornings.
Okay.
So your first or your weather school question today, I should say, a funnel cloud can cause damage on the ground. True or false?
False.
Yeah, we train everyone pretty well on that here at the station. A funnel cloud is not a tornado. A tornado is basically a funnel cloud that's reached the ground. Then it's a tornado, and that's when it causes damage. So a tornado causes damage on the ground. A funnel cloud does not. Making this statement, yes, false.
All right. No second question today?
No surprise today.
Okay, just checking. All right, next, the changes coming to the birthplace of Route 66 Festival this evening.
Yes, right now, no severe storms in our area, but we do have some showers and thunderstorms south of I-44. We'll be watching these showers and storms back over in Kansas and Oklahoma closely this evening. They could move in and become severe as the cold front continues to pass on by. It's a first alert weather day for this evening, and we also have another first alert for Friday as we have a greater level 3 enhanced risk. So a lot of rain this week, much needed, maybe a little bit too much for some of you.
Okay, thank you. And thank you for watching KY3 News at 5. Emily and Steve will be
a severe thunderstorm warning. We have a line of storms stretching back in south central Missouri and north central Arkansas. Fulton County has a severe thunderstorm warning until 4:30 today. We have this nice hail core moving through Salem right now, dropping at least quarter-size hail and the potential for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. You can actually see the hail core extending back from Baxter County and even back over earlier towards Bull Shoals, moving through Mountain Home and into Fulton County right now, producing some large, at least quarter-size hail, maybe isolated up to golf ball potentially. But a severe thunderstorm watch issued out here for all of these counties highlighted in pink. Once again, going through 9 p.m. We have a level 2 slight risk for severe storms for areas south of I-44 this evening. And over the next few hours, we'll see a few more isolated showers and thunderstorms. And then maybe after dark, coverage could start to increase again, with a few thunderstorms that could still be severe heading into the overnight hours. Now, I'd say large hail is going to be our primary threat that we see within any severe storms, damaging wind gusts, and there is a very low but not zero tornado threat overnight tonight. So be sure to download the KY3 weather app, and I'll time the system out again hour by hour and talk about our next first alert weather day on Friday coming up soon. On Friday, level 2 slight risk for severe storms this evening and a level 3 enhanced risk for parts of the Ozarks on Friday. I'll time both systems out for you hour by hour and break down your full 7-day forecast coming up next. Producing maybe quarter-size hail. This is now going to be east of Salem, heading over towards Cherokee Village right there. And a lot of lightning within this storm as well, about to move just out of our area. But it has continued to produce some hail back over into parts of Boone County earlier, extending back over into Marion and Baxter County, now Fulton County. And right now here in southern Missouri, none of this is severe, but we have some heavy rain back around Ava into southern Texas County. And we'll watch some storms closely this evening. Pockets of heavy rain from the morning through about lunchtime today did produce some flooding. There is still a flood advisory despite it not really raining right now into parts of southern Phelps, into Dent County and clipping far northeastern Texas County. This goes until 7:45 today. So if you're running around town right now, just be extra cautious. You may run into some flooded roads, and you could see a few more showers and storms over the next couple of hours, maybe trying to develop after sunset today. Some spotty storms continue this evening, growing in coverage, and then overnight, I'd say most of the rain and storms will likely be south of I-44. Still a few isolated storms north of the interstate, the strongest though here in south central Missouri and northern Arkansas. And you notice the time on this extending into the overnight hours. Closer to sunrise tomorrow morning, south of I-44, a few isolated showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two, but I'm not expecting anything to be severe waking up to start the day off tomorrow. And many are dry heading into Thursday afternoon with cloud cover breaking up a bit. Maybe a spotty shower in far southern Missouri and northern Arkansas, but most will stay dry tomorrow evening, and then another wave of storms on Friday. Now, This evening, temperature-wise, some 50s and 60s still by 8 o'clock. We stay warm overnight, ranging from the upper 40s around Stockton to maybe even still around 60, waking up in the morning in Harrison and Mountain Home. Then in the afternoon tomorrow, we'll climb into the mid to upper 60s. Some spots maybe trying to push into the low 70s as well. Regardless, everyone above average for this time of year. And like I mentioned, it'll be a little bit quieter tomorrow afternoon before our next storm system punches in on Friday, continuing into Saturday morning. That'll be our next cold front. You see temperatures dropping behind it for the weekend, the start of the weekend, but 59 is still above average for this time of year and quickly jumping back into the 70s by the start of next week. Our next first alert weather day is on Friday. I'd say for storms pushing in Friday evening and overnight. We could see a few thunderstorms though still Friday afternoon, and then storms in the evening, I think kind of growing in strength, mostly west of Highway 65 by 6 p.m. and then organizing maybe a little bit more overnight into early Saturday morning. These could pack a punch, and still a few thunderstorms Saturday morning, mostly south of I-44. By lunchtime Saturday though, I think we're looking pretty dry. In our westernmost counties Friday, level 2 slight risk highlighted there in yellow, and we are looking at a decent amount of rain this week, 1 to 3 inches on average. Locally higher totals though here in the Ozarks, maybe greater than 4 inches of rain could be possible for some of you. And then taking an extended look out even further, by next Tuesday, we'll watch a system closely. Already a severe risk issued, a low risk right now for Tuesday that could potentially become a storms today from this morning and into the late afternoon, and we'll continue to see the potential for severe storms this evening. Our predominant severe threat today is hail, and we've had numerous hail reports from this morning back over into parts of Greene County, around Springfield, over into parts of Stratford and Willard this morning, into parts of Webster and Wright County, and even a hail report back over towards Salem and Dent County. In northern Arkansas, some hail reports in Marion and Baxter County, heading into Baxter County as well. And we'll continue to see some storms this evening that could produce some large hail, maybe quarter to up to ping pong size. And right now, the severe storm back over in Fulton County moving on out, and we are just looking at some heavy rain south of I-44 and at least a stronger thunderstorm passing through Douglas County, now mostly east of Ava, heading up towards Mountain Grove right now. Some heavy rain, a decent amount of lightning, some gusty winds, and maybe some small hail potentially in that thunderstorm. So with the severe risk today, another first alert weather day on Friday. Be sure to download the KY3 weather app. It's a great tool to have. You would have been the first to know about the severe thunderstorm watch that we have in place for some of you until 9 p.m. today. And of course, any warnings that are issued for your area, you'll be the first to know as well. Just make sure those notifications are turned on. And storms now mostly south of I-44, but coverage could increase as the sun goes down, with the severe threat lingering into parts of the overnight hours tonight. Level 2 slight risk for severe storms along and south of I-44 today. Large hail, the primary threat, some damaging winds, and there is a very low tornado risk this evening and early overnight as well. Another first alert weather day on Friday. Level 3 enhanced risk for severe storms for parts of the Ozarks. I'll break down the timing for both systems hour by hour, and your full 7-day forecast is coming up again on KY3 News at 5.